Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Hi. Hi, everybody. Come here. Come up front here. This is Lydia, my assistant for the day. Tell them how old you are.
7.
And do you love cooking and baking?
Uh-huh.
She does. So there was no way I was going to get around. Those of you watching the replay, hello. We're so happy that you're here and you're joining us as we get ready to make elderberry syrup. And then from there, we're going to make gummy vitamins. Yay. So it's going to be a two-part process. And I've got all my ingredients out here. We're just going to give you guys a couple minutes. I see some people coming in. As soon as you come in, let me know who's watching because I can't see who you are, but I see that you're there. And we're going to get started in about 1 minute. So if you are going to be making elderberry syrup with us, I hope you're in your kitchen. And I hope you have all your ingredients. I've got all my things. All my things are here. I don't really want to move my camera around and show you, but they're all here. Hello, everybody. Hi, come on in and have fun with us. I'm also this is going to stay in this group, this live video will, but I found a way to download it. So I'm going to be able to share it with our friends that are not on social media right now. So, okay. Angela says, remind me what I need. All right. So a couple of weeks ago, I gave you guys all a sheet of what you are going to need for today. Here's what you need. We're going to work on elderberry syrup first, and it's going to take I'm thinking maybe 10 minutes tops. You're going to need 1 cup of your dried elderberries. So this is the kind I recommended, and I put a link to all of this stuff in the, I think it was Tuesday, a week and a half ago or so, and I will post that in the comments. Or Angela, if you want to grab that link and post it, you can for those that are watching the replay. So we're going to start with these. I've already measured out 1 cup of them, and we've got them in our little handy dandy Pampered Chef, our favorite measuring cup here. These are a non-GMO and all sorts of awesome, the best stuff here with elderberries. So this is what we're going to be making. I'm going to make just one helping of it. And you guys, if you want to double it, you can, or you can just make 1 helping as well. So we're going to start with 1 cup of our elderberries. So if you're making it with me, get ready. Get your elderberries ready. You're going to need that, and you're going to need 4 cups of purified water. So Lydia, can you take this over and get me 4 cups of water out of our purifier? Thank you. That is all you're going to need for right now. So get you a pan. I've got a pan with a lid. And then we're going to put the 4 cups of water into the pan, and we're going to put the elderberries in with it. And we're going to just turn it on. It says to boil the berries and the water for 5 minutes. Then we're going to reduce to a simmer when it comes to a boil. So once it gets to a boil, reduce it down to low. And I'll turn on a timer. You can turn on a timer at home. It's okay. I'll let you clean it up. Did you just go to the 4 or did you go over the 4? A little bit more than you needed, I think.
Yeah.
That's okay. All right. So she got me 4 cups of water here. Why don't you grab a towel and go clean up your mess real quick. So go ahead and put that into, so you can see what I'm doing here. That into your pan with your 1 cup of elderberries, and I'm just going to turn my fire on high because it said to let it boil. So once it gets to boiling, we will turn it down and let it simmer, and then I'll start the timer for 5 minutes. So while your stuff is getting boily, I'm going to talk through the rest of the recipe and what we're going to do. So hope you guys are ready. Did you get all your stuff in there? Awesome. Okay, so in the pot, 4 cups of water, 1 cup of elderberries. Keep an eye on this if it starts boiling, okay? Next, you're going to need 1/4 cup of raw honey. And this can come from the grocery store if you want, but raw honey that is local is going to be even better for you, and it's going to help with allergies and all sorts of things because it's local, and the bees that are in your area are dealing with the pollen that's, you know, takes place, it comes in your area. I thought I had some local honey. We go through local honey really fast. A friend of mine that I went to high school with, her family owns a honeybee farm here in town, and we have bought a lot of honey from her. And sadly, I don't have any of it right now, but I do have some raw honey that came from the store, and so we're going to use that. And I'm going to go ahead and measure out 1/4 of a cup of the raw honey and get it ready, so you guys work on yours as well. My honey actually, have you ever had honey that crystallized and got hard? Yep, if you keep it around your house too long, it'll crystallize and get hard. So I had to put mine in hot water, just water from the tap, but hot water, and let it almost like melt, but it melts that crystallized stuff. So I'm going to grab it out of the sink. Shake it up a little because it's all mixed. Look at that. See it? Looks better now, but it really gets chunky, and we don't want chunky honey, do we? No. Okay. So I'm going to pour into my 4th cup. I'm going to get this ready. We're not going to use it quite yet. It's going to be for after the elderberries cook for the 5 minutes. Is anyone that's on watching, have you guys made elderberry syrup before? This is my first time. Some might think that I would have tried this before I went live, but that's actually one of my favorite things to do, is experiment and to experience it with you. So if this is your first time, guess what? It's my first time too. Don't feel like you are at some sort of a disadvantage. It's getting close. It's about to boil, isn't it? Okay, so I've got my honey sitting here ready for afterwards. You are going to need to have a colander out, something to strain your berries with. So we're going to cook them for 5 minutes. Then it says reduce to a simmer when it comes to a boil, and then we're going to let it cool. Probably not going to let it cool a real long time, but we're going to strain the berries, and then once the berries have been strained, we're going to add the honey to it. That's it. That's all you do to make elderberry syrup. Have you guys checked out how much elderberry syrup costs when you go to buy it? This is such an easy process. It's literally boiling the berries, adding water, and adding raw honey. That's it. That is your syrup. So I think it's really close. It's starting to boil on the sides, isn't it? Okay. Is anybody else's starting to boil? Angela says this is her first time. Yes. That's okay. There's a lot of people that have jobs and they work. So they may be at work and they're going to watch this later. And that'll be fun too. So hi to all of you that are working now, but you're going to watch the replay. Okay, it's super close, but it's still not boiling. I should have had the water ready and hot so it would boil. Yeah, that's okay. We'll know for next time, won't we? All right, let me check these comments. Whoa. Oh my God. I caught my hair on fire on the live. OMG. I'm going to put my hair back. In a... I told you guys. There's always something fun that happens with me when I go live. We're going to work on that in a little bit. Yeah. Whoever just got off the live, y'all just missed that. Are you freaking out? Can you smell burnt hair? Oh my gosh. I'm going to come over here.
Thanks.
It does stink. My sister's laughing. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Did you see the flames? That was so fantastic. It's boiling now. I'm going to start my timer. And I'm going to turn it to a simmer.
Goodness. I didn't know what that was.
Oh my gosh. I may need to go get a hair trim now. What do you guys think? I'm kind of scared to look at it. It smells bad though. I had a ponytail holder on my wrist because I knew I needed to pull my hair back. And then that happened. So I just asked the Lord to help me to entertain you guys today on this live and to just be filled with joy and love, because guess what? There's a lot of drama and there's a lot of junk going on in the world, and sometimes we just need to have a good laugh, right? And maybe at the expense of other people. Okay. I'm having a little hard time focusing for some reason. All right. I've got my timer set. I love you, sister. Oh my gosh. For those of you just joining us, I just got my hair on fire in our live demonstration. It was fantastic. Yes. Okay. So we've got our elderberry syrup I'm just going to review a little of where we are. Elderberry syrup is cooking on the stove right now. It's cooking. It's boiling. I'm going to turn it down even more. I have ashes on my shoulder.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this.
Can't see.
Oh my gosh. I am a dork.
Oh, it's about to go down your face. And there's some.
Okay, let's focus. We're making something here. Do you think hair is nutritious? You think it's going to help our syrup give us even more vitamins? Oh my gosh. Okay, so as soon as this gets done, we've got 3 minutes left. We're going to let it cool, and then we're going to strain the berries, and then we're going to get ready for the next part of it, which is the making the actual gummies. Can you rinse these off for me again?
Do they have
Rinse that one off.
Oh yeah, they have ashes all over it.
Oh my gosh. Life is awesome. Okay, so when we get ready for the gummies, that part of it, what we're going to do is we're going to take half of a cup of our elderberry syrup. So I'm not sure how much this will make, but I'm guessing it's a whole lot more than that. So we're going to do half of a cup of the elderberry syrup. We're going to add in, if you don't have Ningxia Red, it's no big deal, but I'm going to add in 1 cup of Ningxia Red, 2 more tablespoons of raw honey. Then it calls for 4 tablespoons of a unflavored grass-fed gelatin. I have this, it's called Just Gelatin, and I get it from Trim Healthy Mama. I use it to gelatize things. Actually, I just opened it, but that's what it's for. It's going to make it a jelly gummy vitamin. So whatever kind of a gelatin that you might have at your home, you can use that. I know some people were sharing some different types that they had, and it'll work just fine. So we're going to do 4 tablespoons of that. An optional thing is 1 to 3 drops of Citrus Vitality. I just picked out orange because I think that would be yummy in this dish. And then another optional thing is 2 capsules of the Life 9 probiotic. So I'm going to have this. I'll just open these up and get a couple of them out. They're just capsules, so you can just open it and spread the probiotic right into the ingredients there. And then we're going to mix that all up. It says to heat it just to boiling, and then remove it and add the gelatin. So because, do you want to get in it? Sorry. We don't need to let it completely cool down because we're going to turn around and heat it back up to make the gummies. So if you guys are making the gummies as well, then you'll want to just go ahead and keep it warm. How's yours doing? Mine's got 20 seconds left.
Well, Mama, that's 10.
10?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
gonna shut that off. I'm gonna grab out, I'm not sure which
Mama,
of these, good call. I'm not sure which of these is gonna work better. I don't want the berries to fall through, so I've got to, I think this is my tiniest on the bottom strainer. And so I'm going to strain it with this. I'm gonna get another bowl out. I'm going to take this over to, well, I'm different. You can see. So I've got a second bowl underneath, and then I'm just going to pour the berries in here and let them strain through.
Oh, nice. I'm not gonna get stuck. Smells good.
It does smell good.
Smells
So this substance that's here in the bowl is our syrup. I'm going to go ahead and let it just keep draining so we get all of it. Okay, so our next step is, once you've strained it, I'm guessing some of you are having to work over your stove right now. Okay, we're going to strain that out. Hopefully all the chunks are out of there. I think most of the water's gone, so I'm going to set that. I have too many things right here, don't I? Okay, so we've got, look at it. There's a few floating things in there, but I think it'll probably be okay. So next, if you have like a cheesecloth or you have something of that nature, maybe it would be better to use that to strain it. I probably will next time, just because of the, will you give me a spoon so I can get the big chunk of whatever is in there? Hopefully it's not my hair. It doesn't look like hair. Just a spoon's fine. If you guys are just hopping on, you're going to want to go back and watch the replay. I may have to put it on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh.
Do you think I could win? I could possibly be the next winner on America's Funniest Home Videos. I literally had flames. My hair started on fire. True story. Really true story.
Oh, maybe, but probably not.
Oh, we're going to win. We're going to go back and we're going to watch it and see how funny it was. It was kind of like a surreal moment where I was like, what just happened? Because I put it out with my hands as I ran away. You missed that part, but that's what happened. Hopefully it was entertaining. Where are you guys joining us from? Yes, burnt hair and the gummies. I for sure called you out on my Facebook page. Love you. Thank you, sister. I really appreciate that. That's what sisters are for. Okay, so I'm letting this cool off. It says once you've boiled the berries in the water for 5 minutes, let it cool, strain the berries, add the honey, and refrigerate. So I'm going to go ahead, even though, should I let it cool? I don't want to ruin the honey. I think the reason for letting it cool off some part is because if you put raw honey into boiling water, could take the raw part of it away. But I think it'll be okay because later it says to boil it. So I'm going to go ahead and add, okay, so to the strained syrup, like this is the syrup right here. Sorry. I am going to add 1/4 of a cup of our raw honey. I'm just going to pour it in there. So you guys go ahead and do that. It's really sticky. And then would you like to get the whisk and you can whisk it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just be careful because it was just boiling a minute ago. Says a mom who just caught her hair on fire. Be careful, little one. Don't do what mommy did. Ha ha. My children learn a lot of things from what not to do, and that's okay. Now in my pan, while she's whisking that, in the pan that I was using earlier, I'm going to go rinse it out so that we can put the ingredients back into it to make the gummies. So at this point, if all you're doing is you're making syrup, you're almost done. She's gonna whisk this, and then from this point, the syrup is.
My hand hurts.
Okay. From this point, the syrup is complete as far as anything like that. It's that easy. So you would pour it. It says to pour it into whatever container you want to keep it in, and you're gonna put it into the refrigerator, and it is now elderberry syrup. There are 1,000 recipes out there where you can add, they say like put a tablespoon into just as a supplement each day, because elderberries have so much nutritional value. So you can do it like that, or we're going to continue on at this point and we're going to make the gummies. So let me wash this pan out. Why don't you entertain them? Maybe you can sing them a song. Or you can tell them about, why don't you tell them about this? Yes, tell them about how much you love that Ninja Red. All right, just making sure I got all the hair out of there. Important things first, you don't want hair in the gummies. Always put your hair back before you cook, especially on a Facebook Live. And Angela said, don't be shy, Lydia. Okay, so are you guys ready? Angela, are you ready? Who else is making this with me? Talk to me. I need to hear from you. Who's on live watching this? Okay, I'm going to take 1/2 cup of elderberry syrup. I'm going to dip it out of my bowl here. It's my bowl. I'm going to dip it. Get 1/2 cup, and I'm going to add it to my pan from earlier.
The gummies are.
This is all going to go in the fridge, and we're going to use it for another time. So I'm glad I didn't make a double batch, because that would have been a lot. I have a ton. There's a ton of syrup still in here. I'm going to just set it over here to the side for now. So 1/2 cup of the syrup is in my pan now, and to it we're going to add, if you want to add it, you don't have to. I'm having to clean all of my things out again because of our little mishap earlier. We won't tell anybody about it. I'm not going to remind the people that just got on what happened. So this is a brand new bottle of Ninja Red. I'm going to add 1 cup of Ninja Red, which those of you that are oilers already, you know how incredible the Ninja Wolfberry is, filled with antioxidants and so many vitamins and minerals. It's like a liquid daily vitamin. I take it every day. I add all sorts of other things to it. I'm going to go ahead and add this cup of Ninja Red into the syrup, the elderberry syrup. Then it says to add gelatin. Don't put your Ninja Red in yet.
You just did.
I know. It says to add the gelatin. So I'm supposed to add gelatin first. I should have been reading the recipe. Hope you didn't do it yet. Elderberry syrup, add gelatin. 4 tablespoons. That's a lot. Okay, I got my thing. I'm adding the gelatin. Hopefully it works still. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I believe we're supposed to be heating this baby back up. I know you're scared of the fire now, aren't you? So it was boiling not long ago. So it says to add the gelatin to the boiling syrup, and it's going to start making it into gel like right away. I'm heating it up because I accidentally put that over in the sink for me. Sorry. I put the Ninja Red in first, so I'm just trying to heat it up, but it's still working, so don't worry. Take your half a cup. I will share the recipe, okay? Your half a cup of elderberry syrup, bring it to a boil. Add your 4 tablespoons of gelatin. Should start the gelling process. Sorry for the noise. It says whisk briskly until it's all dissolved. Mine's already dissolved, so I'm just going to make sure the part on the sides is. I know it's loud, isn't it? I see Dina asked, how long can you store that syrup? It doesn't have preservatives in it, so I'm not sure, but you do need to keep it in the fridge. You might be able to Google and just see how long the raw syrup would last. I would guess a while in the refrigerator, probably at least 30 days, but maybe more. What? Okay, so this is starting to thicken. Hopefully yours is too, especially if you followed my wrong directions. Okay, so at this point you would add your 1 cup of Ninja Red, if you're adding it. And then it says to combine the remaining ingredients and whisk together. So the remaining ingredients include 2 tablespoons of raw honey. So we're going to put a couple more tablespoons of honey in. Mine's already started to set up again because honey just does that. Can you hold this for me so I can squeeze with both hands? Thank you, assistant. Okay, you want to pour it? Chunky. Okay, I'll go over this time a little bit since we didn't get it all out. Okay. So 2 more tablespoons. Let me see. And then it also says that you can add 1 to 3 drops of any kind of citrus vitality oil. And I told you earlier that I chose orange. So I'm going to put maybe 1 or 2 drops of orange in there. If you don't have that, it's okay. You can skip it. You want to see if it tastes good? Okay. So I'm going to add 2 drops. It was actually 3 drops. That's okay. Okay, and then the last ingredient that it said you could do that was optional was the Life 9 probiotic, which is going to give great gut health. So you're going to get all sorts of nutrients from these, but also good gut health. So I'm just going to open this up, the capsule, and I'm just going to pour it in. Yes. Was it tasty?
It tasted like honey and Ninja.
Oh, honey and Ninja Red. Imagine that. Okay, here's my second probiotic I'm pouring in. I've never opened those before. Okay, now we're going to whisk them together. Whisk all the ingredients. It's starting to get really thick. Hopefully yours is too. And the next thing you're going to be needing is your molds. If you bought the little bear molds off of Amazon, it's about time for those. Can you go shake the water out of that for me since we had to rewash it?
I can get,
Just shake it. That way it doesn't get hairs from the towel all over it. Okay. I feel like this is whisked. It is whisked well. Okay, so we're going to get the molds. I will put the video down so you guys can watch. The molds that I had suggested come with a syringe. So I'm going to put this like this so you can see it. Bring that one over here. I only bought 2 of these and later thought I probably should have bought more of these molds. But we'll see. Okay, I'm just going to drip it in there until it's almost full. How are you guys doing? Are you in this process or are you just watching me? Who's making their gummies right now? You're probably not going to be able to tell me, are you? Aren't they adorable?
Oh.
That's okay. It's not like I haven't made a few messes already today. Maybe I can scoot this a little closer. Anybody else catch their hair on fire or make a big boo-boo? Probably not. So from here, it says you will place the molds in the fridge until they set. And once they set, I believe you can take them out. If you have an old, maybe you have an old supplement bottle that you, or maybe even just a glass bottle would be really cute. Like in the picture that I shared of the gummies, if you had a like a jelly jar or something, you could put the gummies in there. I'm seeing the probiotic in mine. I feel weird not having my face with you. I can see the probiotic kind of sitting in it, like it didn't dissolve, and I guess that's probably just fine that it didn't dissolve. But okay, we did the whole first mold already.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. You squeeze it to get it in there, and then try to keep it in the pan. There you go. Good job. I'm just going to clean things up here. Use the rest of that Ninja Red. We don't want any of it to go to waste. Things going smoothly on your end? Oh, yes. I'm just reading your comments. Love it. Grandma Penny says hello to you. She's watching while she's driving. Okay. How's it going? Pretty good? Looks like you need some more. There you go. So I may put these, I'm going to grab a tray to sit them, like a baking tray, to sit them on so they'll stay steady in the fridge as they set up. And then I did pull, since I only bought 2 of the gummy bears, I got some other molds out that I have because I thought I'm going to have leftover gel. What? They are pretty. They're really big though, so we may have to, once we do them, we may have to cut them in half or in fourths. So I probably will have to buy some more of the gummy trays, the little bear trays. Okay, so I got out a pan that I'm going to set them on so that they can stay straight in the fridge. Don't fill them so much that they're overflowing. I don't know if they'll grow at all, but there you go. That's okay. If they do, we can kind of, you can suck it back out of them too. So oh, I can't wait to taste them. How about you? I should put this down on them so they can see what you're doing. They can see you. Angela says hers are going great. She hopes they set up. It says that they'll set up in the fridge. So I thought that they might set up quicker, like right here while we're working with it, but it's not. It's not setting up super quick. So it says to keep them in the fridge until they are set, and then at that point you can take them out. You can put them into, like, even just something like this. You could store them in that.
Mom,
put them in it
it
until. Good job. Okay, so
one.
these ones that are kind of overflowing, let's some of it out. Suck their blood out? Creepy. I think that's it. Is that it? This one's
there's
kind
one
of
right
cool.
there.
It's about to burst, isn't it?
Oh,
This
there's
one
right
kind of
there.
looks like it. Don't get too carried away and overfill your bears. See, aren't you glad that I'm messing up so that I can tell you all the things not to do? It's awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna try to sit them
You're
on
done.
the tray. Do you want to fill these up? Okay, get busy, girl. Don't overflow those, especially because they're so big. Did anybody else buy more than the 2 gummy bear trays? Hopefully.
I have to do 2 squirts to get it actually.
That's probably good, about that full, you know. We could pour it too. You want to try pouring it?
I don't want to, but we can. Yes, definitely can.
Usually I use these as chocolate molds. I make skinny chocolate in these, which is like coconut oil and stevia and cocoa. Yes, you can lick that.
It's good.
So if you didn't get more than 2 gummy trays, you're gonna need more. Sorry. You're gonna need something else. Okay, so that filled up those. And then I do still have, I have another one I can pull out. Because there's probably 1/8 of a cup of the stuff left. Come stand right here and entertain them again. Just smile, talk to them. I have these cute pineapple ones. I'm going to rinse this real quick and then we'll put the rest in these. Just got a whiff of my hair. Oh, good. Penny says she bought 4 of them. Good job. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest into these pineapple molds, and hopefully they will come out.
I think you're not going to need it. Maybe. Oh.
Overflow. Still wasn't enough. That's awesome.
Oh.
I'm just going to pour across. Okay. It was almost all of it. Okay, so now I'm going to take my tray with all my gummies. I'm going to take a picture of it first. Should have taken a picture of our adventures here. I'll take a picture of you. Oh, all right. So I'm going to put these in the fridge and we're going to see how long it takes for them to set up. And then I will post a picture of them once they are all done. And you guys can post pictures of yours too. Oh, Miss Tina says she just hopped on. Go back and watch the replay. It will entertain you. Surely it will entertain you. We're making elderberry syrup and then some gummies. So you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for joining in. If you have questions, I will post the recipe and you should follow the recipe, not what I did. Make sure you pull your hair back in a ponytail before you start. And any other tips or tricks we should have shared first? No, that's it. All right. You guys have an awesome day. Thanks for joining in.